Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my press day. And a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please remember to click like down below, it'd be greatly appreciated. Doing a little bit of the training shirtless for transparency because again I've had a few people say, well hey, you're just using angles or whatever in the morning. No, it's because I haven't eaten yet. Obviously my stomach and waistline are smaller when I do those ab work because they're fasted and I've had food. I've had probably, 800 calories, a bunch of carbs, coffee, stuff like that by the time I train. So, yeah, I mean, my waistline will be a little bit bigger. It's normal. It happens to everybody. But, I mean, I'm continuing to cut. I'm not done cutting, by the way, guys. I'm still going to cut, and I'm going to have to get leaner over time, even in this weight class, to get better and better once I make weight. So just context, I'm going to have to lose more body fat and gain more muscle. It's over time. So press slowly coming up. And again, now that I've got my shoulder health a lot better, I'm able to press. I'm able to do this all pain-free. I'm having to be careful with it. Notice these are strict presses. A lot of people, they'll come in and press and they'll use all sorts of weird leg drive or hip drive like the starting strength teaches, and they think it's a strict press, and it's not. I'm doing these strict. These are strict. There's no hip or knee movement really, trying to keep everything strict. Trying to pause at the bottom on every rep, but I got 162 for my plus set today, 162 for 5. I'm working off of a 180 training max, right? And a goal that I've set for this, I want to get back to my 225 strict press, right? That's a shorter term goal. Now, obviously, powerlifting has to take priority, so squat, bench, and deadlift. But I feel like the press, because again, we can see that my shoulders are a weak link because my press is behind. I think it'll only improve my bench press, right? It'll only improve my bench press. So we'll continue to work on it, and it's just good for general strength. And like I said, eventually, as my shoulder health and my mobility improve, there are other things I'm going to do with this training. Shouldn't be hard to figure out. Basically, I want to get decent at all the classic lifts, and I want to use other classic lifts as supplemental work for hypertrophy and to get good at them. Right? I want to be good at every lift that we kind of have strength standards for in any real way, in a meaningful way. Plus body weight stuff, right? Pull-ups and things. Like I want to be able to get to where I can do sets of 20 on the overhand grip pull-up, right? And I think that's a worthy goal. But squat, bench, and deadlift will be the priority because I have records to break. But I still want to be well-rounded. And I think people have to remember, too, conditioning is a big deal. Conditioning is more of my training than the lifting is these days. I do lots and lots of conditioning, and I give you guys an idea of what a lot of it is. It's no secret. I do sled drags, right? I do list cardio. I'm back to gaming. I picked up an Xbox Series X a couple weeks ago. In spite of the scalpers, I got one at a reasonable price. It wasn't the normal price, but I've been using that for list cardio. It's for newer games and stuff that are out. So I ride my bike. I drag a sled. I'm doing some weighted carries. I'm not going real crazy with those. And then I do rucking a backpack and with my weight vest on. I'll show you guys later. I have the Rogue weight vest with multiple ergonomic plates that I picked up. It's very, very comfortable. Very happy with that purchase, and I like to go shopping in it. So I wear it when I go to Costco with the heaviest plate. So I do the full 42-pound setup because I have the 5, 10, and 20-pound pairs. So I go ahead and I load it with the 42 pounds because the vest is 2 pounds. So they call it 42 pounds. And I go shopping in it. And then I bring all my groceries home in a backpack. All right. So that's part of my conditioning. Conditioning. So we train the different energy systems. And this camera's acting up today. I don't want to have to buy another camera again, damn it. This is what it is. It never ends, guys. It never ends. But conditioning is a huge part of what I do. My goal is to be a well-rounded athlete. Notice I'm getting leaner and leaner. The days of fat powerlifters are over at the top, right? Plus, I'm not getting any younger. I'm 45. I'll be doing Masters 2. Being leaner is in my best interest and a lighter body weight for my health. So I need to have the best body composition possible. So I'm going to have to get leaner. And we continue to work on conditioning and overall fitness and athleticism. But for this workout today, it was kind of the normal of what you guys expect, the boring but big after the plus set on the standing press. And I try to keep them all strict. 5 sets of 10 on wide grip pull-ups. And then I decided to do just a little fluff work. I'm like, if I'm going to do any smaller movements, I'm going to do them on Friday at the end of my training week. I press at the end of the week. This is really my easiest session because squat, bench, and deadlift days are harder. So this is where I can fill in the gaps because any of the gaps are going to be involved with my press anyways, right? It's going to be like shoulders. It's going to be triceps or something. So I decided to do a couple of sets instead of plate raises because I'm now incline benching after benching. I'm getting a ton of front delt work. So I didn't do plate raises today. I decided to do some rear delt flies. I don't want to do too many. I do not want to overtrain my rear delts because I do 20 sets of pull-ups. Plus all the deadlifting and other stuff does hit rear delts to some extent. People seem to be oblivious to that. But a couple sets just to finish off the rear delts. Notice my hamstrings there. You guys can tell I've definitely lost a lot of body fat. You can tell I've lost 30 pounds of body fat at this point because that's how much weight I've lost. And I don't think I've lost muscle. So, we're going to keep losing more. I still have more to go. But the hamstrings give a good idea of where I'm at. But just 2 sets of 10, finish off the rear delts, a little bit of, it gives side delt too, actually. People need to remember that rear delt flies are a direct exercise for the side delts. And then I did 5 sets of band press downs. I had to mess with the tension a little bit where I adjusted it up top for a couple of different sets using the Road Green brand to kind of get it right. And just did 5 sets real close to failure to fatigue. Finish off my triceps a bit. So I'm like, if I'm going to do anything like this, I'm like, could I do, no, I don't want to do dumbbells and other stuff. I feel like it just overtrains my triceps. Band work will give me the extra lockout. That's really the only concern I might have on the benching. It will give me a stretch overload, myostatic reflex, all of that stuff for the triceps. It'll help work on the tendons. And so if I'm going to do something, I'm just going to do something very easy on the joints like this. Finish off the triceps. Just at the end of the week. And I get a lot of pressing, so I do need to worry about overtraining triceps. I feel I've done that in the past a lot, but I need to rely on heavy presses. But a few sets of high rep band press downs like this at the very end of the week, probably not a big deal there, and it might help a little bit. So again, if we want to do any arm work, it needs to be triceps at this point. I do so many pull-ups, I think training biceps is a bad idea right now. But very happy with this week's training, happy with today's workout. So I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.